Hey, this is MovieGuy 2005 once again. Welcome back to another video as I continue my marathon of John Carpenter movie reviews. And this time it's going to be a movie review on the 1981 film, Escape from New York. Let's go ahead and start with the plot, shall we? So basically the film takes place in 1997, where New York City has become a walled maximum security prison where the worst criminals reside, and there are no guards inside the prison. And if any of the inmates try to escape New York, they're met with some rather deadly risks, let's just say that. And the president's plane crashes into Manhattan, New York, which leads to the government to recruit Snake Plissken, who is a convicted criminal, former soldier, who they have to have him go on a mission to save the president within 24 hours. And he's like, get a new president. I don't give a fuck about your war or your president. Sorry, I couldn't resist quoting Snake Plissken. But anyway, they have him go on a mission, and to really make him comply, they implant these little explosives into his neck, and if he doesn't complete the mission within 24 hours, they will detonate. And so Snake Plissken complies, and he goes on the mission, and along the way, he navigates the streets of New York. Sorry about that. And he faces some challenges, like the gang led by the Duke of New York, number one, and a gauntlet of crazies like that live in the abandoned subways. And along the way, he meets a cabbie and Brain and Maggie to have them help him. And once Snake Plissken rescues the president, Snake Plissken actually finds out that the president lied about the documents, and as a result, Snake Plissken gives him the wrong tape deliberately to embarrass him at the summit. And he grabs the real tape and he starts destroying it, like ripping out the tape and then just tossing it aside like it was nothing. So yeah, that's basically what the plot is of this film. This is a very, very good movie. Kurt Russell is a badass as Snake Plissken. I mean, just he really embodied the character for me. Like the eye patch wearing Snake Plissken. You also have Lee Van Cleef, who this is definitely a very established actor. He was in like a lot of westerns and stuff. He plays Bob Hawk, or Houck, sorry. He's the guy that has him go on the mission. You have Ernest Borgnine, who plays Cabby. Before SpongeBob fans may know, Ernest Borgnine as the voice of Mermaid Man, as part of the duo of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. And you also have, of course, Donald Pleasance, who had just been in Halloween. He plays the president. And you also have Isaac Hayes, which you may know him as the voice of Chef from South Park. And you also have Harry Dean Stanton as Brain, and Adrienne Barbeau, who had just been in The Fog just a year earlier. She plays Maggie. And you have a little appearance by Susan Hubley, who she's the lady that gets dragged down by the crazies. And yeah, this is definitely this is such a great movie right here. Of course, the direction by John Carpenter is great. very iconic score. The very memorable dialogue with Kurt Russell and Lee Van Cleef. The president's plane has just crashed into New York City. And then Snake Plissken says, "President of what?" That's not funny, Plissken. That's a very memorable scene. I really love their little banter. I don't doubt Snake Plissken was definitely the inspiration for Solid Snake and the Metal Gear Solid franchise. Yeah, definitely very entertaining. Snake Plissken is one of the most iconic characters ever. Really would be interesting if we actually got an Escape from New York video game back in the day. And of course, this was also followed by a sequel, Escape from LA, which will be coming up soon after I watch the film. So, yeah. Overall, do I recommend Escape from New York? Absolutely. This is such a great movie. Very memorable character of Snake Plissken, especially. Just great acting from everyone involved. Especially with the likes of Kurt Russell, Lee Van Cleef, Ernest Borgnine, Donald Pleasance, or Isaac Hayes, Harry Dean Stanton, just everybody. So yeah, love this movie. Definitely one of my favorite Carpenter movies for sure. Right up there with, of course, They Live, which will be coming up soon, Halloween, Big Trouble in Little China, The Thing, many others. So that concludes my review for Escape from New York. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Take care. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.